All right, we're going to try it again, this time from out the window. Good morning. One more time. I had to take that telephone call, so I had to end that there live stream. It wasn't but a little over 5 minutes, so I went ahead and just deleted it and figured we'd start afresh. You know what I mean, Burn? Good Sabbath morning to you. It is cold, cold, cold here in Dalton, Georgia. Let's see if anybody is going to come back. I wasn't trying to be rude or disrespectful. I just had to take that call. That was my friend that provided the $100 that I paid to my probation. Good morning, Brian. How you doing? I had started a live stream a little bit ago, but I'd had a telephone call, so I had to end the live stream to take the phone call. Boy, this weather has really changed drastically from the way it was when I was incarcerated on October the 1st. Hello, how you doing? Braden Vance, great to see you this morning. How are you doing this morning? How are you, Brian? Where are y'all from, and what's the weather like where you are? Well, hello to you too. Hey, I'm doing pretty good. It's mighty cold. Hello, New Jersey. Merry Christmas to you too. Dalton Johnson, good morning. Hello. Jeeper, I think that is. Good morning to you in New Jersey. I'm going to have to turn that light on there for a second. I seen my cat Tigger running out there. Ooh, 22 degrees. I don't think it is that cold here, but it is not but about 4 or 5 degrees warmer. I think it was supposed to got down to 27 during the night, and you know how it is. Early in the morning, it seems to get colder before it actually warms up any. Hello, U.S. Hello, JR. Clean records. Clean, I can't really read that one. Good morning to you. R. There ain't no girls around here to put on, brother. My wife is deceased. Oh, I'm fully dressed. I should put my boggin back on. It might not be so cold. Hey, I appreciate it. Hello, Crimea. How you doing? How you doing? I hope y'all are having nice weather there. It is pretty cold here. Good morning, Jizz Wizard. It is an honor to see you again. Have you been doing, my friend? Well, I'd like to know where you expect no EagleNick audits to get a girl to put on. You know what I mean? I don't put on girls. I tell them how it is. I don't sugarcoat anything. It's always best to be straightforward and honest. You know what I mean? Hello, hello. Hey, Vern, I know what you mean. It's great to see you too. I'm doing my very level best to try to make sure I'm able to stay out here. It's good to see you. We've got up to 53 people in right now. Well, it just dropped back down to 49, but the numbers is climbing a little bit higher than they had been being. Now, YouTube has had my channel to where it's not getting nowhere near as many views as it was before I was incarcerated for 2.5 months because I was wrongfully convicted of criminal trespass at the United States Post Office in downtown Dalton, Georgia. I'm in Dalton, Georgia, the United States of America. I'm doing the best I can, just trying to get by. I'm hanging in, hanging out, and hanging on. I'm depending on the Creator who created us all. I'm just trying to get my YouTube channel back up to where it was because it had not been having any new content created except for one live stream that my brother did while I was incarcerated from October the 1st to December the 13th. When I do my live streams, my views has dropped way down. YouTube limits how many people are able to come on to your live stream until you get your channel's history built up. Now, my channel's history was built up real well, but there was a 2.5 month hiatus where I was not able to create any type of content for my channel. Now, it was not by choice that I wasn't here or that I wasn't creating content. it was only due to the circumstances of me being incarcerated in the Whitfield County Detention Center. Yeah, I'm glad I'm out too. I'm telling you, it is rough in the Whitfield County Detention Center. Now, a 4-man cell only receives 1 roll of toilet paper every 2 days. They wrongfully convicted me for criminal trespass at the United States Post Office in downtown Dalton, Georgia. Now, be sure to check out my YouTube channel, and you will see my audits at the downtown Dalton United States Post Office, the United States Post Office on the east side of Dalton, and the United States Post Office in Rocky Face, Georgia, as well as live streams from the Dalton Police Service Center, the Whitfield County Courthouse, Dalton City Hall, the Whitfield County Sheriff's Department, the Georgia Department of Driver Services, and quite a few other places as well. You will see interaction with Dalton City Police Department officers, EagleNick Audits is running for sheriff in 2028 of Whitfield County, Dalton, Georgia. It is time that the sheriff's department changes from the way it has been for so long. The sheriff's department receives so many millions of dollars in funding, yet, like I was stating, inmates do not receive per 4-man cell but 1 roll of toilet paper every 2 days. They do not give extra blankets when it turns cold. There is people that get sick in the jail, whether it be with the cold or the flu, and people who have digestive and stomach issues who require extra toilet paper, yet they will not provide. Good morning, Ryan McCord. Dark Angel, great to see you again. It has been a long time since I've seen the Dark Angel. Now, they will not provide extra toilet paper, even though people are sick or have stomach problems, because they sell toilet paper on the store, the jail commissary. Now, they do not let you receive physical mail in jail other than legal mail. Now, having mail, sending and receiving mail is a right, a constitutional right, not a privilege, and should have never been taken away to begin with. You do not get an in-person visit, even though they have the visitation room with the phones that's where each one is on a phone with plexiglass separating you. It has to be a video visit through a kiosk, or you use a pay telephone, where it is costing you or your loved ones a ridiculous amount of money to make a 15-minute phone call or get a 20-minute video visit, when a visit in person through that plexiglass was always free, which it should be. Yeah, I've been busy too, Dark Angel. I was incarcerated from October the 1st to December the 13th after I was wrongfully convicted of criminal trespass at the downtown Dalton post office. Now, they say that is why I was arrested and convicted, but I know that it was because of all of my live streams and all my content, all my audits. Now, they said in court that I was a self-professed First Amendment auditor. Now, I only stated that I was performing a First Amendment audit. I never said I'm a First Amendment auditor. I am a constitutionalist who believes in the Constitution of the United States of America, with the exception of the 16th Amendment, which authorized the Congress to impose a federal income tax. Now, I was always standing up for the United States Constitution. I was always standing up for the red, white, and the blue. And I was always standing up for me and you. I was standing up for all and not just for one. You can sit on that end and move that. I mean, stepping on the feet. Yeah, that gets even crazier, though. My fines, fees, surcharges. I've got a $1,000 fine. I got 12 months with 5 months to serve. A $1,000 fine, banishment from all post offices within the Conasauga Judicial District. And then on top of that, YouTube ended up demonetizing my channel because I reused my own content trying to build my channel's history back up, because I wasn't able to create any new content or have any content, cutting shorts off the videos I already had or the live streams I already had, because I was incarcerated. If you're not able to create content every day to just keep building and building and building your channel's history, it ends up hurting you in the long run, and it's like your channel goes back to being brand new, and it just takes forever to get it built back up. Like right now, it's showing 32 people on the live stream. Now, back before I'd ever got incarcerated for my conviction, they would be from 200 to 600 people showing up on the thing at one time. But when it was said and done, if I did a 2-hour live stream, they would be from 20 to 70,000 people who would view the live stream. Now, like I said, once you have a hiatus to where you're not able to be creating content, it adversely affects your YouTube channel, even though it may not be of your making. You know, that it's not intentional. It is not like you just say, well, I'm not going to create any more content. I'm just going to stop creating content. And I've never been on Twitch. Welcome back. Sorry that YouTube kicked you out. Now, I do have TikTok, and I've never tried to do a live stream on there. I guess I need to try to live stream on TikTok sometime just to see how it works. You know, I've never tried it. I do have TikTok. I do post videos on there. I just never done any lives. Hello, Johnny Haggerty. How you doing this morning? Boy, I'll be glad when that sun starts shining. I hope it don't stay cloudy all day to keep that sun hidden. It might warm up a little bit. It's supposed to be below freezing again tonight. Hopefully, it'll warm up here in a little bit and get above freezing. I need to know what the temperature is so I can cut this water off. Good morning, Mr. Jack Walls. Great to see you again. No, that wasn't my real name, brother. Hey, yo, EagleNick. Audits could use anything that anybody could send me right now via Cash App so I can get this here fines and stuff paid off. It is a real heavy burden on my shoulders, especially seeing how YouTube has demonetized my channel. I will not be able to reapply until March the 18th. And then if I get remonetized, I have to do a full month before I'll get paid the next month. So that means if everything goes well and I get remonetized or get back to monetization, let's say, it won't start until March or April. So that means it'll be May before I'd ever receive any more revenue. Thank you, Portugal. This is about EagleNick Audits on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe and check out my YouTube channel and you will learn what it is all about. It is all about standing up for our rights, holding our government accountable, getting the respect that we deserve. You know what I mean, Vern? I am a constitutionalist. I believe in the Constitution. I do First Amendment audits where you live stream or record public servants in the performance of their duty. You say, in other words, you are making a record of how they do their job. I do not provoke any kind of reaction out of them. I do not even speak to them unless they speak to me first. Brother, the Jewish people have celebrated Sabbath and held the Sabbath since the beginning. They have not changed the worship day in the United States of America and all around the world was changed to Sunday by Pope Constantine. Now, that was to show the mark or the authority of the Roman Catholic Church. You can check it out and you will see that Sunday was named in reverence of the sun god. Now, the sun god is not the creator of the heavens and the earth and all things, most of all, including man. What is SDA, Ryan McCord? No, sir. If that means Socialist Democrat of America, I am not a socialist and I am not a Democrat. No, I'm not Seventh-day Adventist either. But I do believe in the seventh day. You got to realize how important the Sabbath is. Now, in the beginning, when God created everything, He created everything in 6 days, and He rested on the seventh day. He hallowed it and made it holy. And then when He gave the Israelites the 10 commandments, the fourth commandment was to remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. Now, if people think that the Sabbath is Sunday instead of the day that it actually is, they are not keeping the commandments. Jesus said if you break one commandment, you broke them all. That is why there will be so many that stands in front of Christ at the great white judgment seat, that He will say, "Depart from me, for I know you not." I can actually see the sun starting to shine some out there in the sky, but it is real cloudy. I can see a lot of clear blue part of the sky. If them clouds didn't cover the sun up, it might actually get a little bit of warm out there. The first commandment says, "I am the Lord your God, and I am a jealous God. Thou shalt have no other gods before me." The second commandment says, "Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image." That would include the cross. That would include pictures of Jesus Christ, the church, or any other thing. All of the holidays that the church celebrates are pagan holidays that the church is riding the back of. Well, the Bible says, if any man lack wisdom, let him ask of God, who giveth to all men liberally and upbraideth not. God is not a respecter of persons. Right now, God accepts Sunday worship because it is done in reverence. Now, when it becomes a forced day of religion, when they say that you can only worship on man's day, that you are not allowed to worship on the Sabbath, God will not accept Sunday worship. But for the time being, Sunday worship service is done in reverence, even though it is on a day dedicated to the sun god, named after the sun god. Now, I want to say something about what you said. You said you go to church on Sunday. But I'm here to tell you that nobody goes to church. The people are the church. That is just a building. Brother, the thing about it is, when they restrict religious practice, there won't be a First Amendment. It'll be a one world government, a one world religion, and a one world currency. That is what they call the New World Order, or the Great Reset. Now, the Bible says that it is coming. There is many people who doesn't believe it or will not accept it, say it is a conspiracy theory. But the Bible says that he will cause all men, great or small, to receive a mark in his right hand or his forehead, and that he would not be able to buy, sell, nor trade, save he that have the mark. Good morning, Fred Hinkle. Great to see you again. It is very, very cold. But you say it's snowing in them cornfields in southern Indiana. Oh, no. I hate to hear that, Jack. I don't like it when it drops that low, and I really hate it even more when it gets snow on the ground. I'll tell you how it is in Dalton, Georgia. If it snows and melts that same day, it really ain't that bad. But if it snows and it stays on the ground overnight, that's usually a sign that it's going to be around for a while. Good morning. Good time in Connecticut. Good time. Are you Mr. Good Time? Used to be Mr. Good Time. So would you rather just be called Good Time now? Don't need nothing but a good time. How can I resist? Ain't looking for nothing but a good time. And it don't get better than this. See, I spend my money on women and wine, but I couldn't tell you where I spent last night. Hey, I'm doing the best I can. I'm hanging in, hanging out, and hanging on. We got a blue jay down there in the driveway. Let's see if I can pull it in where you can see it. Can you see that blue jay sitting there? It just flew down there on the ground down the driveway on the other side of my cane pole. There was another one just flew by and landed in the tree. Hopefully they won't be fighting with each other. Hey, if y'all hold on for just a second, I might go in here and put me another cup of coffee water in the microwave, and I'll be right back. Feel free to chat amongst yourselves. Take your phone and check the temperature. Yeah, if I can hurry up and get these doggone fines and stuff paid off, I won't have to keep paying a probation fee the whole 7 months, and I can actually have freedom of movement. I'm not allowed to leave the state of Georgia. Now, it's not supposed to be that way on misdemeanor probation. You know, a misdemeanor probation should not stop your freedom of movement. That is only supposed to apply to felony convictions, not a misdemeanor conviction. Now, I do not really think that it is proper or maybe even legal for someone to have to pay court costs and surcharges on a misdemeanor conviction, because the maximum penalty for criminal trespass is 12 months and or $1,000 fine. Now, any other kind of punishment placed on top of that is not by law, and that is by their own doing. Now, that clearly goes above and beyond the maximum penalty. Well, this here is Probation Services Incorporated, Georgia Probation Services Incorporated. This is not state probation run by the state of Georgia. It is a private for-profit entity that collects the fees and stuff for misdemeanor probation. And that should be done through the city government, the magistrate court, where it should have been tried. Yet I was tried in the Superior Court of Whitfield County in state court for a misdemeanor charge.
I had it. Reason. 35 fell out 27.
Yeah, these people got 20 years probation. Now, I want to tell you that probation or parole, either one in the state of Georgia, is nothing but prison on the layaway plan. I wasn't arrested by the state, though. I was arrested by the Dalton City Police Department. Now, jails should be run by the counties and the cities where the people are arrested at, not by the state. The state runs the prison system. The county and the city should be equally running the jails. I do not know how they would check if you leave the state, but like I was saying, if I could get the money to pay this stuff off, maybe I would have freedom of movement again. I guess I'll ask somebody on here. Can somebody Google?
27.
Somebody Google what the temperature is in Dalton, Georgia, 30720.
35. Damn. No wonder they screwed up.
Well, if it's 35 degrees, that water.
Feel like 27. That'll freeze that. Turn it off.
If it does, I don't know what to do. I can't just keep leaving it on and on and on. You don't have to do much around here to get 20 years of probation. I need somewhere to set something, dude. 34 degrees. Oh yeah, they want them on probation as long as they can get them on probation. They want to keep them doing community service. Keep them paying fines and probation fees. Now, there was a homeless gentleman who was living up and under the Walnut Avenue Bridge. Now, he was charged with criminal trespassing plus another charge. I don't know what the other charge was, but his total bond was over $1,100. And they let him sign an OR bond, an on recognizance bond, where he got to get out of jail just by signing his name. Now, my bond was originally $400. They dropped it down to a $50 cash bond, yet they would not let me sign a $50 OR bond. His court case was not being prosecuted through the state court, the superior court. His case was being prosecuted through the magistrate court, and they actually dropped his charges before I went through my trial and was convicted. I do have to have permission to go out of the state. According to the paperwork she showed me, but like I said, that is not constitutional. You are not supposed to have those type of restrictions just because you are on a misdemeanor probation. Those are restrictions that are placed on state probation for felony charges, meaning a serious offense. They arrested me and tried me, prosecuted me like I was El Chapo Guzman. I did not get equal protection under the 14th Amendment of the United States of America. I had my First Amendment rights violated, my Fourth Amendment rights violated, my Fifth Amendment rights violated, my Eighth Amendment rights violated, my Ninth Amendment rights violated, and my 14th Amendment rights violated. Yeah, Jack, that's why I need to get all this crap paid off so it don't run me into the ground, making me have panic attacks and anxiety attacks and cause me to have a mental breakdown. You know, my public defender should have filed for a sentence reduction and an appeal of my conviction, yet she She went for a retrial, and I did not want to be retried on the same charges. That is a violation of the 8th Amendment of the United States Constitution to not face double jeopardy, being charged twice over the same crimes, whether you were convicted the first time or acquitted. Either way, you are not supposed to face another trial because that is considered double jeopardy. Yeah, they should be called public pretender or a public offender. Because in my own experience, the public defender's office has never been about defending the public. They have only been about seeking to help the district attorney make sure and to ensure that you, the public, who is at trial, are guilty until proven innocent, and that you receive the most that they can possibly give you to pad the coffers of the city, the county, the state, and the federal government. Hey, I appreciate everyone who is here for me, Jack. I really do. Y'all make sure to check out Newfound Life today on YouTube. That's Mr. Jack Wall's YouTube channel. Good morning, Brett C. How you doing, brother? Great to see you again. Well, as you know, it's cold in Dalton, Georgia, because you just live about 15 miles to the south of me in that there Calhoun, and I'm sure it is just as cold. It's just going slow and steady, but it's going anyway. I'm trying my best to see if I can't come up with the money to pay all that off at one time. I don't have any chance of it around here. I don't know what to do, really. Just slowly going out of my mind, I guess. Jack, how about you post the link to your YouTube channel in the chat? Well, Ryan, I have a bad back and bad knees, but if I could get a job, I would be more than happy to go back to work. I'm trying to see if I can get back to work with Mr. Crutchy Crutchfield here in Dalton, Georgia. And I worked for him for about 3 years off and on from 2015 to 2018. No, I never have been able to do anything about checking about any pro bono lawyers out of Atlanta. I've been really too worried about the way it's going right now to really try to do anything. Hello, William L. How are you doing, brother? Great to see you this morning. Yeah, there's usually all kind of jobs around in Dalton, Georgia, but I do not have reliable transportation to be able to go to a job when it's raining or extremely cold. I wouldn't be able to walk or ride my bicycle to get there. It's hard to find a place where it's clear out through there. There we go. That window gets a little fogged over, condensation on it because it's so cold. Well, I've never really learned that much how to read a tape measure fully. I know the most of it, but some of it I don't understand. You know, that is one thing that I had trouble with in school was fractions, but I know a little bit more about fractions now than I used to, especially since my life has become so fractured. You know, I tell you what, Ryan, I'm real. I can lift stuff that ain't too heavy. I have a valid driver's license. I can drive if stuff needs to go be picked up. If there's any way you could let me work for you, if I could just work and make $150 a week, you know, it would be enough to help me be able to take care of my obligations. But I would love to be able to have a full-time job. Yeah, I know you said you was in Chattanooga. That's about 40 miles from me. There's no way I could ride a bike that far. You don't ever do any work in Dalton, Georgia, or this area? Hey, I would greatly appreciate it, Ryan. You know, if you've been coming to my channel for long, you know I don't solicit money and I don't ask people for money. I've never been one to worry about money, about if I'm going to have any money, but now I do worry about making sure that my obligations are paid. It places an extremely heavy burden on my shoulders and on my soul that it was not there. It's just getting to the point where it's making life difficult to even live. Good morning, NZ. How you doing? How you doing? Well, I was wrongfully convicted of criminal trespass October the 1st, sentenced to 12 months with 5 months to serve, $1,000 fine, court costs, and surcharges. Now, they expect me to pay $315 a month. YouTube demonetized my channel. I no longer have the super chats, the super thanks, or the super stickers. I no longer can receive gifts. I no longer have the watch page ads or the short feeds ads. So my channel is not able to earn any money. I do not have a job. I do not have any source of income. I don't draw any type of government check, and I do not get food stamps. Good morning to you. It is great to see you. I'm supposed to be on probation till July the 18th of 2025, but if there was some kind of miracle to where I could pay off my obligations, which is right now it's $1,700 cash, if I could get it up, pay it off all at one time, I might get the rest of the probation squashed and may not have to pay the other months of probation fees. Maybe it would not limit my travel and I would be able to be more free to go around to just live. You know, I was wanting to hit the Pinhoti Trail when the weather is good enough to try to ride, if I could, all the way up to Maine, but I will not be able to do that being on probation, seeing how, even though it's not supposed to be a condition that you cannot leave the state without permission on misdemeanor probation, that is one of my restrictions. Now, those type of restrictions are supposed to be for felony convictions for serious charges. Now, EagleNick audits never committed a crime at any time, especially not trespassing at the United States Post Office, because the post office is public property. Anyone in the United States of America can walk inside a post office 24 hours a day, even when they are closed. In the lobby, you can still go in and utilize the self-service area where you can buy stamps, mail your letters, or do packages. Good morning, baby eagle. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Good morning, Terry. I do not go effing with people, brother. It is called the Constitution. What is it about somebody who stands up for our rights that makes people like you so mad, Terry? I don't understand it, brother or sister, whichever the case may be, because Terry, the name Terry is unisex. It could be male or female, and I apologize if you are a female and not a male. But I would just like to know what it is about somebody standing up for our constitutional rights, for basic human rights for all people, that makes certain people so mad. Why do people like you get so offended at the truth? Is it maybe because the Bible says, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against spiritual wickedness in high places? Good morning, Dinkus Pinkus. Great to see you again. Hello. Welcome in, my friend. You know what I mean, Vern. Now, me and old Chef Ben, we didn't go to that Providence Ministries this morning and eat breakfast because it was so cold. And I heard many of the homeless people up at Providence Ministries yesterday evening at dinner saying that they would not be there for breakfast in the morning because it was supposed to be so cold. Now, there is many of them people it said 35 degrees, but it feels like 27 with the wind chill still, I reckon. But all them homeless people here in Dalton that was living under the bridge or down by the railroad tracks, they was moved, told to leave by the Dalton Police Department or the railroad police. And I've been worried to death about them because I just can't figure where they could end up going to stay out of this cold to where they don't end up freezing to death. Hello, but why? Good morning, good morning. Great to see you. How you doing this morning? Taking off his hair?
I ain't going at all. Heck with hot dogs. Hey, damn cold though, anyway.
You say you ain't going at all? You ain't gonna
Go out there in that weather.
It ain't nowhere near time yet, though, Ben.
I ain't gonna get no warmer. It'll get windier.
It ain't even 10 o'clock yet.
Raise that time.
Good morning, I Up Creator. Well, I'm doing the best I can, I Creator. It is still freezing cold, but I might have to get ready here in a little while to head up there to Providence Ministries, or Greater Works rather, to go eat lunch. They'll be serving lunch today at 11:30 at Greater Works. Chef Ben was saying he ain't even going to go up there at all, but he's going to go hungry if he just sits here at the house without going to get anything to eat. Got 2 hours till they serve. It ain't 9:30.
Yeah, I'll be freezing. I said. They don't warm up tonight.
Brother EagleNick, AUDITS would appreciate anything that anybody gives him. I don't solicit it, but I graciously accept it. I just wish it wasn't winter time. You know, it's hard to get out here and move around to try to do anything when it is so cold when you get as old as I am. Now, I've always known that I've had mental health issues, but the past year has really however you say it, it's really made it worse. Now, a lot of people do not know, and this will be the first time I've actually said it, I think, in a live stream, I do believe. Now, I may have stated it before, but I was on suicide watch for 5 days. You know, I had to do 2.5 months, got credit for 2 for 1. So it counted for 5 months. Now, I applied to go on workout or run around 3 days after I got convicted and was put in jail, yet I never received a reply or any type of response. I put it in 2 more different times at least, asking to be put on run around or workout, and never received a reply. Now, that is because you received 3 for 1 on your time in the run around when you're wearing the orange. And I was told that it's 4 for 1 if you go on the workout where you're actually going outside the jail to work. Now, they did not want me to be able to receive no more than 2 for 1. They wasn't going to allow me to be able to receive 3 for 1, or God forbid that I should be able to receive 4 to 1, to where I wouldn't do 1/4 of the time or 1/3 of the time. They wanted to make sure I had to do the maximum amount of time. Yeah, it sure does say that, exactly that your plight be not in winter. Now, I like the warmer weather a lot better because you can get cool somehow, but when it is freezing cold, it is real hard to get warm. Now, Chef Ben was talking about he wasn't going at all to go up there and eat because it is so cold outside. But now I'm trying to take into consideration all them homeless people who has been out there the whole time. They have not had somewhere to be inside to stay out of the freezing cold. Now, I know they may not have been able to go to breakfast this morning, but I'm sure they will not skip lunch too, or they will end up getting sick or something because they are not getting properly nourished. I was arrested April the 18th of 2024. I got out on bond April the 19th. I went for my arraignment on July the 9th, pled not guilty, took it to a jury trial. The jury was picked on Monday, September the 30th. The very next day, Tuesday, October the 1st, I was tried and convicted all in one day. I was sentenced to 12 months with 5 months to serve. $1,000 fine. That is what they said in court. Now, the probation officer said I have court costs and surcharges. The maximum penalty for criminal trespass is 12 months and or $1,000 fine. It does not say anything about court costs or anything else being added to the sentence. Now, all I was doing was exercising my constitutional rights. Now, I'm going to have to end this live stream. My sister is trying to call me. I hope you all have a very blessed day, and I will see you the next time. I was put in jail for criminal trespass at the United States Post Office and wrongfully convicted October the 1st, the very next day after picking the jury. Hey, I love you all. Please be sure to subscribe if you have not already done so. Like, share, and comment on as many of my shorts, videos, and past live streams as you possibly can and or will. I pray that you all have a very blessed morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you may be. Take care of yourselves, but please take care of each other. EagleNick AUDITS. I am EagleNick, and I'm out. Yeah, Tracy just tried to call me.